The XRP weekly has crossed. We're going vertical. Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP family. Appreciate you guys as always. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And of course, if you are in the US, you guys know it is a long weekend. So I hope you guys are having an amazing long weekend. But if you're looking across the board right now, we're seeing markets showing strength once again, and that is all thanks to, the king of the market, which is Bitcoin, making its way back above almost $110,000. To all the haters that we're seeing over the last few days, when we did see Bitcoin kind of close off on Friday on a little bit of a negative note with a healthy correction, all these haters I'm sure are nowhere to be seen as we are seeing, Bitcoin picking up, momentum once again. But if you're looking across the board, we are seeing quite a bit of green across the market. As far as XRP is concerned right now, it is up about 1%. We're down about 0.5% in Bitcoin. Comparative price at $2.34, valuation approaching $138 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $2 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer for you guys. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So let's take a look at some big things that we need to really talk about. So US spot Bitcoin ETFs bought 25,500 Bitcoin this week, while only 3,150 were mined on average. Talk about outweighing the supply. The demand is outweighing the supply. Most of the retail investors are completely blind when you take a look at it from this perspective. Most retail investors are already priced out. Let's just face it, 99.8% of retail investors are priced out of BTC to own one single Bitcoin. And yet you're still seeing demand outweighing the supply. And guess what's going to happen next happening? When you're going to see the reward get cut even in half, it's just going to obviously make it much more harder to obtain Bitcoin, mine Bitcoin. And of course, it just makes it more scarce. Hence, you are seeing record levels of institutional interest coming in. Whether the price of Bitcoin goes down, whether the price of Bitcoin goes up, accumulation has not stopped from smart money. And, look at this entrepreneur, Robert, questions why everyone isn't buying and holding Bitcoin. Even 0.01 of Bitcoin is going to be priceless in 2 years and maybe, make you very rich. So, again, I have an answer to that, to Robert, is because, of course, most people are priced out and most people want to chase the green candles, which, of course, as with meme coins, and, it has become such a mess when it comes to, the broader market due to this meme coin category. And again, I love meme coins. Don't get me wrong. I love meme coins. But the way, the entire crypto Twitter has become toxic, and with fake screenshots and a lot of people just farming these meme coins, it has really taken a lot of retail interest towards that, which of course 99% of these retail investors end up losing money, which they have absolutely none left. So very, very messed up situation right now when it comes to the retail side, while the institutions are taking massive advantage of the lack of interest from retail. And again, that is that, when it comes to that, it's right in front of us. Look at this, Dubai Land Department teams up with CTRL to launch the real estate tokenized project, selecting XRPL Ledger as a blockchain of choice. And speaking about, XRPL Ledger being the blockchain of choice, remember, it is that one-stop shop. And I think this is just the very first step into the right direction. I think we're going to see more and more and more different entities around the globe that are going to be looking into the XRPL Ledger, especially as tokenization becomes more of the norm. Moving forward, look at this. Yes, Ripple and Stellar both focus on improving cross-border payments and have their own strengths. Are we surprised? Not on this channel. And this is very, very interesting. So Craig Phillips, who actually, look at this, Craig Phillips is a director at Ripple. Craig brings more than 35 years of industry expertise, to Ripple, having held leadership roles at Morgan Stanley and BlackRock. Most recently, Craig served as a counselor to Secretary of the Treasury Stephen Mnuchin's where he oversaw regulatory framework development for the financial systems under Executive Order 13772, as well as in efforts to enhance the financial sector's cybersecurity through the Office of Critical Infrastructure Protection and Compliance Policy. He also supported the development of policy for housing finance reform. They're bringing in experts. They're bringing in experts on board because they understand if they want to, go in and, really take over, a huge chunk of the market share, they need to be doing everything right. And this is once again another example right in front of us. And the XRPL currently has 6.5 million wallets with an average balance of 9,727 XRP, which again is around a little over $20,000, which again is amazing. But let's take a look at what's happening with the price, and then we'll wrap it up. So as far as the dominance is concerned, it's still showing a lot of strength right now. Are we surprised? No, we're not. If you're looking at BTC, Bitcoin has been breaking out. We are having a little bit of a hard time breaking out of our earlier year all-time high, as to be expected. That's a major level of resistance. Maybe tomorrow morning we are above this key resistance. If we are, then I think we could push up to an all-time high once again. As far as the XRP is concerned, still within the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, has seen a little bit of a bounce. Of course, it has long ways to go. This resistance is very, very important. If this resistance turns into support, I am projecting the $2.50 XRP price to be retested once again. But so far, so good. Like what I'm seeing here. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you later with Crypto ZX, and peace out.